One is Trista Jean Savage, daughter of Chad and Diana Savage. She is furthering her academic and softball career at Bryan University in the fall, studying elementary education. Her best memory was last year playing for the league championship against Archbold. Even though we did not win, the energy and excitement of that game, both on and off the field, was unlike any other. The community support made it a really special night. She would like to thank her amazing coaches for always being there and helping her grow, not only as a player, but as a person as well. Also her teammates for being the best friends and teammates that she could ask for, and for making the game so much that she loves so much fun for so many years. She also wants to thank her incredible parents for pushing her to be the best version of herself every day. Her awesome brother for always having something encouraging to say. Her grandparents, along with the rest of her family members, for coming to every possible game they can and supporting her in everything she does. I would not be where I am today.
Hear me wave because I don't know if you can hear me.
Thank you.
No, you cannot then.
Hi, this is Haley. Hi. Okay, Trista is the most fun, outgoing, and most encouraging person I have ever met. Whenever anyone's down, whether it's at softball or school, all the way back to the Y daycare days, I'll never forget the day Trista wouldn't drink her milk, so she had to sit at the table until her parents picked her up.
Whoa.
Trista and the rest of the senior girls Trista and the rest of the seniors are a great group of girls, and we will miss them very much. Good luck.
Daughter of Kathy Woodward. Emily's future plans will be to attend University of Akron to major in nursing, and she plans on becoming a college nurse. Her favorite memory is when Grace and Emily both played in their first home run at Swan for the South West Board. She would like to thank her family and coaches for all the support they've given her throughout the years, and also thank you for being more like sisters to her, and a special shout out to her dad watching over us for introducing her to the Ranger song.
Okay, here we go. Yo, MG! I have played softball and soccer with you for as long as I can remember. You seem very excited and interested, that as soon as someone gets to know you, you are so outgoing. You have one of the best of MG, you are probably the slyest person I have ever met. You fly right under the radar. I swear you could be in the Secret Service or CIA or something right now, and none of us would even know it. You're such a strong girl, and I admire you for that so much. I'm so proud to have been by your side for now. My 3 years of softball and my 3 years of soccer. My favorite memory from our high school softball career was 2 years ago when we were at softball and I was a freshman. Both of our first home runs looked at each other and thought, where the heck is that coming from? Another thing I love about you is the fact that you bond over our super cute grandparents who are both your friends. They always are in the stands cheering us on. Dean and Carol come and Wendy forever. I hope someday we can watch our children and grandchildren play softball together. So anyways, MG, thanks for being a great friend and an even better teammate. I can always count on you. You're the best. Let's go win this thing tomorrow night and make history.
All right, next is Mackenzie Andrews, daughter of Steve and Michelle Andrews.
I can't see, man.
Mackenzie will be attending the University of Akron this fall, majoring in nursing. Her favorite softball memory is there are so many memories to count. Her favorite one would have to be when we won the 20 homers in the high release portion of the time. She would like to thank her parents and family, coaches and teammates for always believing in her when I didn't remember giving up on me. She says, without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you so much. I love you all.
I'm Kelsey Carroll, and I'm so happy to always make us all laugh.
daughter, April will be attending Bryan College to continue her softball career as well, majoring in double jack. Her best softball memory is when we were playing therapy classes at my game. Also getting to play with my other sisters in my freshman year.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton. As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
This is my story.
I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to BMU TV. I'm Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga as we're getting set finally to do a little softball up here today. Chris, it's been quite a while since there's been any baseball or softball played. In fact, sitting down in the dugouts getting some lineups before this ball game started, we sat down with the folks from Toledo today, and they said they have not played since last Monday. Wow. Because of rainouts, and they're itching to get back out and play some baseball or softball, but they're going to play every night, including a doubleheader on Saturday this week, just to kind of make up some of the ball games. So it is today, the Golden Bears against Toledo Woodward, and are the Polar Bears? The Polar Bears. The Golden Bears against the Polar Bears here today on BMU Cable 3. And right now, the way it feels in the press box, Polar Bears could survive here. It's a little chilly. It is, man, but it's not as cold as the last time that we got together. No, absolutely. In the baseball game where the wind was blowing right in our face, the wind chill that day was somewhere below 10 below zero, man. I was an icicle when I went down the field after that ball game. Yeah, and tonight was a good night because we had our senior players, which is kind of cool. We had those introduced prior to the game, and just nice to see all those players. Our seniors include Tristis Savage, Emily Gorza-Lancic, Kenzie Andrews, April Rickenberg, Bailey Spielman, and Allie Darrow. So, those girls have been through a lot here on this team for the last 4 years, and right now they're in a situation where it's a great situation to be in, because if they win tomorrow night, this game's non-league, so you'd like to win it, but tomorrow night they play Liberty Center, and if they beat Liberty Center, Jim, they tie with Archbold for the league. And that would be a big plus, and again, the other side of that whole thing is they are a seeded team when it comes to the tournament, so they get a bye to open up the tournament this year, which is always a good thing as well. Interesting situation, though, when you have a spring program like this one where you have so many weather situations that you have to deal with, and it's nothing new. It's not. It's always the same. It seems like every year the spring around Northwest Ohio gives you plenty of cold weather, plenty of rainouts, plenty of windy nights. But tonight, 60 degrees roughly as we get started on here tonight. The wind blowing right in from left center, right in our face, so that drops the wind chill probably back into the low 50s maybe. But probably one of the better nights that we've had and better days that we've had for a long time around Northwest Ohio. Absolutely. It's a beautiful day. There's not very many clouds in the sky. There is some wind. Right now, the weather report is 58 degrees. It is clear. We aren't expecting any rain tonight. And let's take a look at the extended forecast for the wind. Right now, wind is out of the west-northwest at 10 miles an hour, gusting to 17. So we're looking forward to this one, Jim, and it looks like it's going to be a good week all week, and a little bit of rain maybe on Saturday. I think that the real nice part about this whole thing is, we have finally got another bit of spring weather around here, and the rest of the week is supposed to be a good week for us all, and with that, we're going to step away for the national anthem as we're ready to get things going here. We'll take a time out here. We've got softball on BMU TV and BryanSports.com.
Gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page, and that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Welcome back here. What do they call this thing? Field 5. Field 5. I'm sure at some point in time it's going to be renamed, Chris, and it'll probably be the Field Malenga. Yeah. It's going to be the Chris Malenga Memorial Field here one day. After you make your billions, 75 years from now, you pass away and you leave all the money to the school.
Exactly.
Should be an interesting game this afternoon as we kind of contend with not only a little weather, but some wonderful music behind us here. Absolutely. As we get things going. We'll take a look at the lineups. The Bears obviously being the home team will be in the field here today. And Tristan Savage will be pitching. Tristan heading to Bryan with everything and right over there. So why don't you take a look at the rest of the lineups here for us, Chris?
All right, well, Tristan Savage, your pitcher. Bailey Spielman is going to be your catcher. At first base, Caitlin Antigo. Emily Gorza-Lancic will be at second base. April Rickenberg at short. Whitney Witro at third base. Across the outfield, it's Kenzie Andrews in left field. Gracie Voigt in center field. And Allie Darrow in right field. For Woodward, they only have 9 players tonight, so there's going to be no subs. Leading off and playing second base, number 52, Amaya Faust. Number 18, Teavana Holmes, the shortstop, will bat second. Madison Krause, number 11, will bat third and play third base. Miranda Dominguez, the pitcher, number 34, will bat fourth. Serena Redmond, the first baseman, number 36, will bat fifth. Jasmine Butler, the left fielder, number 4, will bat sixth. Candace Spencer, the center fielder, number 30, will bat seventh. Jaleesa Rice, the right fielder, number 6, will bat eighth. And Esperanza Bernowski, the catcher, number 42, will bat ninth. And so that's what you got. Nobody else for Woodward on the bench.
Yeah, they move them around a little bit, the coach told me, but past that, that's all they have, that's all they brought. The difficulty they had, we've been delayed just a little bit here today as they had to get over here. Didn't have any real traffic problems coming over here today. The problem they had was trying to get all the young ladies who were in different locations, different schools, into the central school from the JVSs and those kind of things that they go to. And they get them all on the bus. The bus was a little bit late, and they didn't get them all over here to Bryan here this afternoon. But they are ready to play. They have not played since last Monday, and they are looking forward to a little softball here this afternoon.
So Faust will step in, and Jim Funderburg's here with our play-by-play.
There you go. Faust, the righty, looking up to Tristan Savage, who goes into a wind-up and a stretch, and the first pitch goes right across the outside corner at the knees for strike one. just underway. This is our first softball game of the year, Chris, and it's good to get out here finally with all the weather delays that we've had.
Absolutely.
Be able to get out and see a ball game. It's always a good time to see the young ladies playing softball here. The second pitch a little bit high and inside, but the swing and the miss makes it 0-2. And Trista, you know, who has done such a wonderful job for the Golden Bears here for her 4 years. Going to probably pitch all week long this one. This one a little bit low and outside will make it a ball and 2 strikes. The neat thing, we talked about that the other day just with Andy Briggle and also our buddy Lynn Grohl from the Defiance Crescent is, you know, the neat thing about softball, because of the motion, they can pitch and pitch and pitch. This one fouled down the first base line and out of play, so that'll keep the count of the ball in 2 strikes and keep missed fouls in the batter's box. But, you know, the motion, the natural motion, but the neat thing about it is because of the progression of the game, they've been able to throw, you know, the curve balls and sliders and everything else you would do with a baseball. And this one knee high and right down the middle of the plate, and it'll be strike 3 called and out number 1. So Trista Savage starts out the day with basically 4 strikes and a ball, one of them fouled off, and her first strikeout of the afternoon. And stepping in will be Tavania Holmes, and Holmes will look at the first one on the inside corner, right about waist high, and she'll take that one for strike 1.
Holmes is the shortstop.
Coach Savage yells out some sort of number. Everybody looks at their arm bands, and this one high heat that Holmes can't catch up to. No balls and 2 strikes.
That one was a good pitch because it was high and you'd think she would take.
Yeah.
She swung.
Boy, you know, it's hard to kind of stay off of those high rising fastballs, and this one just blows right on past her. And Savage off to a great start here. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts.
Both with strikeouts, yep. That brings up Madison Krause, the third baseman.
So Krause, another righty. So far it's been 3 right-handed batters here to face Tristan Savage, and so far 2 Ks in the book here if you're keeping score at home. Savage winds and deals, and this one inside a little bit low, ball 1. Not the first really bad pitch maybe she's thrown, but again, she's had good success with that pitch on the inside corner, either getting it as a called strike or also getting the batter to swing at it. Savage delivers, and this one right around the outside edge and knee high, make it 1-1 now.
The nice part about Trista is she can vary her pitches. She can put it like anywhere on the plate, but she can also come out with the high heat when she needs to.
I would hate to have to try to swing it against this.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that. This one fouled off back right towards us, and it makes it a ball and 2 strikes. So Savage trying to get the Polar Bears down 1-2-3. Beautiful afternoon here at Field 5.
And the winds died down.
Thank goodness. It's blowing in pretty much when we started here from left center field. Now the flag out there just barely moving. Pitch a little bit high, but Krause goes around, and just like that, the Polar Bears go down 1-2-3, 3 strikeouts. So at the end of 1, Christopher?
No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. That's an easy one.
And we'll be back for the bottom half of the first inning here as the Bears are about to come to bat here on BMU Channel 3.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more,
on BMU Channel 3 as we're getting ready for the Golden Bears to come up and take their first swings this afternoon, Chris, and we'll set them up for us, man. Who's coming about?
Batting first is Gracie Voigt, number 4. Batting second, the pitcher Trista Savage, number 2. Batting third is April Rickenberg, the shortstop, number 8. Kenzie Andrews, number 6, the left fielder, batting fourth. Emily Gorzalancic, the second baseman, number 5, batting fifth. Caitlin Antigo, the first baseman, number 12, batting sixth. It's Whitney Mitro, the third baseman, number 7, batting seventh. Allie Darrow, the right fielder, number 14, batting eighth. And Bailey Spielman, the catcher, batting ninth and wearing number 9. For the Polar Bears in the field, Dominguez, your pitcher. Esperanza Bernoski is the catcher. Serena Redmond, first base. And Maya Faust, second base. Savannah Holmes, short. Hudson Krause is third base. Jasmine Butler, left field. Candace Spencer, center field. And Jaleesa Rice, right field.
How tough has it been? Dominguez first pitch bounces about 2 feet in front of the plate, so it has been a while since the Lady Polar Bears have been able to play, and pitch number 2 will also be a little bit short and bounce away from her catcher, Bernowski. And so just like that, the count is no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for the Bears. Pop fly of the infield. Second baseman gets under it, Faust, and to put out an easy one here to get out number 1. So Savage pops out to, or Gracie Voigt pops out to second base, and that'll bring Trista Savage up. And obviously we got to have a little walk-up music going on there. Savage a righty. Outfield medium deep and straight away here for the Polar Bears as we get started here. Pitch number 1 again bounces to the catcher, so ball 1. And Dominguez having a little problem with her control here early, but was very effective with that first batter. Chris, she threw a couple of them in the dirt and then got the pop out.
Yep, absolutely.
Trista shows bunt and sets it back up and watches this ball bounce right on the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Savage, the batter. 1 out here in the home half of the first. Savage again shows bunt and squares away and watches this one roll into the catcher's mitt. 3 balls and no strikes.
At this point, with the pitcher being the way she is, I just let Savage take this one.
I think so. Just, boy, I'll tell you, she's having some real problems getting the ball to the plate here at this point in time. Savage again shows bunt and squares away, and this one bounced a good 10 feet short of the plate. So you got to wonder a little bit whether Dominguez, with several days off, is just having a hard time getting that rhythm again. Savage will take her spot at first base, and Kenzie Andrews will step in.
It's a killer when you don't bat for a week, or don't play for a week.
Oh, yeah.
A week is bad. I mean, you can do a whole bunch of indoor practice and things like that, but it's not the same as live action on the field.
Not at all. And this one, again, bounces, and Savage will run down to second base. And will stand there at second without a throw. And again, that ball bounced a good 5 feet in front of home plate. Catcher really had no chance for that one. This one again, 3 feet beyond, and it skips away from the catcher. Savage will run into third and be standing there at third base. And Dominguez having a hard time getting that ball into her catcher.
Yep, we'll give that a pass ball.
2 balls, no strikes to Andrews.
Rickenberg.
I'm sorry, to Rickenberg. This one a little bit low, and it will be ball 3.
It bounced again.
So Voigt led it off with a pop out. Savage was walked and has since stolen second and third. And Rickenberg watches ball 4 go past, and she'll take her spot on first base, and I would bet she'll be running towards second pretty quickly as well, because with that ball being thrown the way that it is, there's really no chance for the catcher to make a good throw, plus with the runner on third.
Yep.
You're probably just going to allow that runner on first to take second if she so desires, and there she'll go. High pitch.
And they just let her have it.
We'll set runners now on second and third with nobody, with 1 out.
Barnowski had a chance to, could have made a play, but she just threw it back to the pitcher.
Well, and again, Savage just waiting for that throw to go to second.
Right.
And this one will be grounded to the second baseman. She'll pick it up, go to first. The run will score as Savage will score, but the put out at first makes it 2 outs now, and Rickenberg will go to third.
4-3 on the put out.
For the Bears right now. They will have a runner at third and 2 out as they will bring Gorse Atlantic to the plate. This one again bounces a good 5 feet in front of Emily, and it will set up ball 1. And I'll tell you what, you almost have a situation right now, Chris, that you could leave the bat on your shoulder.
Yep, absolutely.
Because the pitcher is really having a trouble. Nice line shot will be just fouled down the left field line.
She got a good swing on that, though.
That would have been a nice hit right there. Extra bases would have driven in the run from third. Just joining us, the inning started with Gracie Voigt popping out, then Savage and Rickenberg were walked. Andrews grounded out, which scored Savage, and Rickenberg stands at third with 2 men out.
Good eye there by Gorse Atlantic, too. Not swing at that one, it was high.
And a 2-1 count now on Gorse Atlantic. Jim Funderburg and Chris Malenga here doing the ball game this afternoon. Glad to have you with us. That one again a little bit high. So she's gone now, Chris, from skipping them up here to everything being about 3 feet high. So at least she's starting to warm up a little bit and has the distance down, I guess. We'll give her that. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that one also high, and that will send Gorse Atlantic down to first base. So the Bears have scored a run. They have a runner at first and third, and they have not gotten their first base hit here of the afternoon. 3 walks so far given up by Dominguez.
2 outs, 1 on the pop-up, 1 on the ground out.
Antigo now steps in, and this one again bounces well short of the plate, and with that, Gorse Atlantic will scamper on down to second base. So runners now on second and third. A base hit would probably play 2.
Especially a base hit on the right side of the infield.
And everybody pretty well playing straight away. Both the corners playing a little bit short at first and third, as this one also in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So again, I think if I were the Bears, unless this thing is right down the middle of the plate, I'm just going to sit and watch and see how far Dominguez will go with her walks and her generosity here today. This one fouled off, and it looked like it was maybe just a little bit high, so that'll bring the count to 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third here. Bears trying to add to their 1-0 lead here in the first, and that one's short. It bounced in the dirt. Andrews showed, Gorse Atlantic showed a little movement there out on the base pass, but everybody goes back to their respective bases. Rickenberg on third. That one's in the dirt as well, and the 4th walk of the inning will go to Antigo, and that'll bring Wendy Whitrow to the plate. Bases juiced, 2 out. Bears up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. So Whitney steps in. And the first pitch is low and inside, ball 1.
I tell you what, if I'm up there and that pitch is on the other side of the plate, I'm cranking that one.
Yeah.
It was just where you could hit it.
Everybody pretty much where they need to be in the outfield straight away. So the lines are wide open. First baseman cheating just a little bit on that first base side. This one will bounce in front of the plate. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for any of the runners to advance.
And these girls are here just ready to tee off, and the balls are just bouncing in front of the plate.
They're really not getting the opportunity, are they?
They're not.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Bears trying to add to their lead. This one fouled right back, and I'll tell you what.
She just missed that.
Whitney would like to have that one back, because that was just right where she
just missed it.
Give her another one of those, and let's see what happens.
Yep, absolutely.
Good space between right field and center field, so the drive out there probably clears the bases. This one's inside and low, and it bounces, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Of course, a walk will walk in a run.
And with a 3-1 count, I would think you're probably going to take this one unless it's exactly where you want it.
Yep, absolutely.
Wheatrow's ready. Pitch is the one she likes, and she drives it into left field. Gets off the left fielder's foot there, Butler, and 2 runners will score. Wheatrow with a RBI single. And Antigo now will go to second base as Gorsullanek and Rickenberg will score on that base hit, and the Bears now up 3-0.
This is senior Allie Darrow, the number 8 hitter in the inning.
Darrow watches the first one.
That was the first called strike that she's thrown.
Yeah, that was probably the best pitch she's thrown all afternoon here, too. But a good idea, I think, to watch that first one to just see if she can put it where she wants to. That one bounced in front and gets away from the catchers. Both runners will advance. As now Darrow has runners at second and third. A 1-1 count with 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Bears have been able to score 3 times, and they had the opportunity maybe to add a couple more before the inning's over. This one's high and right down the middle of the plate, but way over everybody's head. So 2 balls and a strike. And Dominguez really having some troubles. Pop fly, second baseman. She'll have her second put out of the inning, and that'll do it for the Bears as they'll score 3. And a pop out and the inning here by Allie Darrow. So, Christopher, what's the summary for that one?
Hang on, it's not coming out the way it should.
There you go.
All right, 3 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on, and we head to the bottom of the top of the second inning here on BMU TV.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at field 5, it's going to be Dominguez, Redmond, and Butler, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the top of the second inning. The Golden Bears plated 3 in the bottom of the first inning. Chris Malanga and Jim Funderburg. And Jim, pitcher trying to help her own cause.
I'll tell you what, she needs to do something. I'll tell you, as good as what Trista was to open this ball game up with the 3 strikeouts, Dominguez was just the opposite of that to start her part of the first inning. So obviously she would like to make something happen to open everything up as Trista misses with pitch number 1. It's ball number 1 here to open up inning number 2.
Just inside.
That one's right on the outside corner, so we'll even it up at 1. You know, interesting that Trista's going to head over to Tryon. It's a great little school.
Yep, it is. It's an up-and-coming school. I mean, they got a hockey team starting next year. And
yeah. Swing and a miss by Dominguez on a pitch that was right on the outside corner. So a ball on 2 strikes now. Yeah, it's an up-and-comer. I'll tell you, it's a great little school. Everybody remembers it. If they're an old guy like me, is Tri-State.
Yep.
That was just outside, a little bit low, so we'll even the count of 2. We were over there at the First Center the other week to see Dave Mason, and what a great place to watch a concert. 700 seats, nice and cozy. 2-2 the count. This was a little high and tight, but the swing and a miss will send the pitcher back to the dugout. So Trista perfect now as she starts the game with 4 strikeouts. And that one, I think if Miranda was able to hold off on that one, that was probably ball number 2.
Yep. Here's Serena Redmond, the first baseman.
Redmond, her first time through the lineup, and so far her Polar Bear teammates have not been able to figure out what's being thrown by Trista Savage. That one again on that outside corner, and I'll tell you, she's got that one right about the knees and just catching that front edge of that plate. No balls and a strike. Serena swings and misses at that one. No balls and 2 strikes now. And I'll tell you, so far the Polar Bears just having a heck of a time even catching up with anything that Trista's being thrown.
I said it before, she can really vary her speed. She can vary her position. She's just a great softball pitcher. I mean, that one was high.
Ground ball goes to the third baseman, picked up, thrown to first. And just like that, the very first hit, time that the Polar Bears have actually hit the ball. A little roller down to Witro, who goes to Antigo for the out, and just like that, 5 up, 5 down for the Polar Bears. At least it wasn't a strikeout, yeah. Chris. If you're going to be the coach, I think you're happy about that.
This is Jasmine Butler, the left fielder.
Butler kind of crowding that plate as this one's strike on the inside corner at the knees. Butler's decided she's going to crowd that inside corner here and see what she can get. Outfield shaded just a little bit to the left. Right fielder playing a little far over on that right field line as the pitch goes past the swinging Butler for strike 2. Savage off to a really good start. She's faced 5. All 5 have been outs, 4 of them strikeouts. And make it 5 out of 6 as Trista Savage K's Jasmine Butler. And so inning number 2 also in the books.
Yep, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. Pretty easy again. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Spielman, Voigt, and Savage after this on BMU TV.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darrell Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Back out at field number 5, it's 3-0 Golden Bears over the Polar Bears here on BMU. Jim and Chris.
Bailey Spielman to lead everything off, right? Am I correct with that?
Yes, you are. The 9th batter, our catcher.
Bears sent 8 batters to the plate in the opening inning, and back on the mound again is Dominguez, who had a really rough start to that first inning.
32 pitches that first inning.
Oh, man. Oh, swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch.
Yes, it was.
It's almost like a changeup. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks I've got him down from the first inning.
Yeah, Spielman kind of took one, swung at one she probably could have taken.
That one bounces again about 5 feet in front of the plate. Ball 2. And wind's starting to pick up, and again, it's coming straight out of that center field, left center field area. So it's going to be a little more difficult to hit anything out of this park here today. Ground ball, sharp one right down the left field line and out to left field. Rounded second and rounded first and heading to second, and she'll be in, is Bailey Spielman. Spielman didn't even slow down at first base. She saw that one going. The left fielder had a little bit of problem with it out there, Butler, as she bobbled it for a second. Coach Savage down there had the go sign all the way, and Spielman took his advice and headed on into second base, slid in safely with a single, and then I would think an error probably on the left fielder. Inside corner, strike one is Dominguez with a nice pitch there. Well, back to the top of the order, Gracie Voigt, who popped out to open up the ball game. She popped out to the second baseman. This pitch is inside, a little bit high, even everything up 1-1, and Spielman on a delayed steal will end up at third base. Boy, that was an interesting little run right there. Spielman was about halfway down. She could have gone back to second if she probably wanted to, but I don't think the catcher really noticed where she was. She just kind of was disguised in there. A little fly to left, over the left fielder's head. And Voigt will round first and head to second. And Spielman will score. As Spielman singled.
I think that's a single, or is that an error?
I would say that one right there would have been probably a double because it went over her head.
Yeah.
I think the first one I would have called it because she bobbled it out there left, a single with it, and then an error would send her to second. So, but I've never been an official score.
I'm putting a double in.
Scorekeeper in my book, but that one actually was just over the left fielder's head. Pop fly to the pitcher. Dominguez with a nice job there as that one, Savage popped it straight up in the air. Dominguez really took about one step there for the rubber and was able to put that one away. So Krista Savage, who had walked in the first inning, pops out in the second inning. And we now have one out here with a runner on second base.
So bring up Rickenberg, who walked her first time up.
Rickenberg with a little grounder to short. Bounces off the shortstop's glove, and Rickenberg will be safe at first on the error.
Error on the shortstop for that one.
So Holmes with a little trouble fielding that ball, but as we talked about, this is a team that has not played here for several days, and they're just trying to get their legs, I think.
It was not in a good position for advancing the runners.
There you go. She get another try. This time she fields it well. Gets it to third base, but not in time, and everybody's safe. Bears will have the bases juiced, as Andrews will be safe at first on the fielder's choice.
Bases
That'll bring Emily Gorsalantic up.
Yep, and she walked her last time up, too.
Bases loaded, one out here. Bears up 4-0 here, and they're part of the second inning. And this pitch a little bit inside and low in the dirt. Well, I got to give Holmes credit. That was a much sharper hit ball. She fielded that one extremely well.
And she kind of did that soft toss over to third. That was the closest runner. She would have had to turn to her left and throw to first. I mean, she did the right things, but the runner was able to slide under it.
Ball gets away from the catcher, and that's going to bring the runner home from third.
And everybody else advances, too.
Everybody else moves up. So the Bears will have runners at second and third. Still just one out in the 5-0 baseball game. But again, Chris, going back to your point, I think you're right. If she'd have thrown with a little more conviction, probably would have gotten the runner at third.
Yeah.
Horseplay down there, so all she had to do was get it there before the runner got there. But a good job by the Bears with the base runners to get where they wanted to. Fly ball, center fielder camps under it. She's got it. Everybody tags and advances, so the runner will score. They went 6-0. And the Bears now with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Will have
My bad, guys.
no problem. Antigo, I believe, the batter right now.
Yep. And Andrews still at third.
Ground ball shortstop. Holmes again with a bad hop, and it'll get past her and into shallow left field. So Andrews will score.
I'm giving an error on that one, too.
Antigo with a one-base Sarah there will be on first base, and the Bears now lead at 7-0.
Whitney Wheatro is up, and she singled her first time up.
And a big single that was, as the Bears, Antigo shows like she's going down to second and then holds up. Because that base hit scored a run, maybe two, in that first inning. And the Bears really needed that. In fact, it was a two RBI single. This one, a pop fly, second baseman rolls over but can't get to it, and it'll fall into shallow right field, and runners will be on the corners now with 2 out. And again, Faust had to go quite a ways for that one.
Yep.
As Redmond didn't even look to make a play on that little pop fly. Faust had to go all the way behind the first base.
Rice was coming in, but she was way too far out.
Pitch on the inside corner. Runner will advance. And with 2 out now, the Bears have runners at second and third. With Allie Darrow at the plate. Ground ball right to second baseman. She'll trap it on the ground, pick it up, throw it to first, and it'll be just in time, and that'll retire the Bears. But the Bears, with a nice inning, and they lead now 7-0 through 2. And as Chris punches all the buttons on that fancy Apple machine that he's got.
4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on. Makes it 7-zip as we head to the top of the third here on BMU TV.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Things are starting to settle down here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. After the fire, we had to rearrange everything. We brought in new offices for our staff. We reorganized our inventory to accommodate our new layout. Things are starting to feel a little more like home.
Morning, Chip.
Maybe a little too comfortable. Bryan Ford Lincoln, great deals, great people, great experiences.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Back here at field number 5, and we just had our first hit of the game as Candace Spencer put one in the gap between third and short, Jim, and the Polar Bears have their first runner of the day and the first hit of the day.
Just going to say Tristan Savage basically had faced the bare minimum of batters through the first 2, only 6 up, 6 down, and that first hit as this pitch to Lisa Rice on the outside corner, strike 1 as she swings through it, and the throw down to first was almost in time.
It's hard because the ump's on that side and she couldn't see.
So no balls and a strike here as this one grounded in the dirt. It'll come down the first base line, turns, and first baseman picks it up, turns and throws back to the second baseman. So Antigo de Corsalancic for the putout. And the lead runner will go to second base. So for the first time this afternoon, the runner in scoring position here for the Polar Bears.
This brings up Esperanza Barnowski, the catcher.
And I'll tell you what, she's had her hands full today.
Absolutely.
Pop fly to the first baseman. That's an easy win, and the throw back to second will get the runner who had taken off on this swing.
Still the minimum number of batters.
So the double play erases what could have been a scoring inning for the Polar Bears. And we played 2.5 innings here on field 5 with the Bears up 7-0. And they're about ready to come back up to bat. The bottom of their order at a 7-run lead.
It was no runs, no hits, no errors. One left on.
There you go. So,
gathering with those, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
bottom of the third here is the Bears' leadoff batter is Allie Darrow.
No, Bailey Spielman.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bailey Spielman. Lost Darrow there on the last one.
Yeah, she doubled her first time up.
Spielman watches 2 balls go by. So they'll start with the number 9 hitter, turn things around. And this one again in the dirt and wild as Dominguez had a rough afternoon here pitching on field number 5.
He threw 50 pitches in the first 2 innings.
Well, you got to believe that that was high ball 4. So Bailey Spielman will walk to open up the third.
Brings up the top of the order for Gracie Voigt. She's 1 for 2 already. She flew out her first time up, and she doubled to left field her second time up.
I've got her down for, what, 5 walks here so far?
I think so. I can tell you here in just a second.
For Dominguez. That one's high, and runner will head to second. So Spielman will be staying at second base with nobody out here.
She has walked 5.
And Voigt, as you said, she popped out basically to the second baseman to open the game up and then doubled the last time up, and this one well short by Dominguez. So 2 balls and no strikes now on Voigt. And again, the run rule.
10 runs at the 5th inning.
There you go. And we're at the bottom of the third right now. The Bears have 7 of those 10s already. Dominguez rolls this one in towards Voigt's feet. And again, I would have to agree with you. Borowski is that's the one spot catching for the Polar Bears, I think, today would be the spot that I would.
She's done a good job.
Want to play, but she has done a wonderful job. That was down on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, you count every ball that is hit as a strike, okay?
Okay.
So she only has 20 strikes.
Okay, wow. Well, there you go. Wind and pitch, and this one laced out into left field for a single. Runner Spielman will turn third and come towards home. And Voigt, after the miscue down at second base, will scamper into second base. So Bears have run number 8, and Vogt will stand on second. It's their second double of the afternoon. And Trista Savage back at the plate.
I'm giving her a single and I advanced to second on the error.
Good. I think that was a great call. You're a very wise man.
Yeah, the throw was not very good. It was trying to be a 6-4 throw, and it just didn't get there.
And I'm not sure what we're talking to. We're talking... we got a cameraman on the field of play down here. We had to move the young fella back away from where he was. He's down in a little circle down there, and I think he thought he was okay, but...
So this is Trista Savage, who walked and got out on an infield fly roll.
Trista shows that bunt. This time she pulls it back and then showed it again, but this one low and in the dirt, so ball 1.
I'm not sure she's ever really intending to bunt. I think that's kind of a way she kind of just relaxes herself and squares it up.
Yep. And she squares up and drives this one to the shortstop. It made a nice play to pick it up, but doesn't get it over to first base in time, and Savage will beat that one out. I'll tell you what, you got to give kudos for that one. She's had a couple of sharp shots right at her.
Yep.
The very first one was probably the easiest play she had. She booted that one.
But
So
Holmes has done a pretty good job there after that.
Yep, past that, she's been able to field the ball and make the right play. So you got to be happy with that. And it'd be very easy to kind of put your head down after you botched the first one and just kind of write the day off. But she's stayed down there and made some really nice plays. And Savage, to her credit, just too quick down that first baseline to be thrown out.
April Rickenberg swung at one way over her head. She walked and reached on an error.
Rickenberg watches this one bounce, and both runners will advance as the ball bounces in front of the catcher and gets away from Borowski and gets back to the screen. So now the Bears have runners at second and third. Nobody out. And a 1-1 count.
And they've already got one run in.
On Rickenberg. Who's the shortstop. That one's high, ball 2. And Dominguez having some troubles again here in inning number 3.
Yep.
Bears scored 3 in the first. They scored 4 in the second. And they picked up 1 so far and tried to add to that here in inning number 3. Little lacer out into shallow right center will drop. And that'll bring both runners in. The throw to second, not quite in time.
Gonna give her a double on that, Jim.
Rickenberg gets a 2-base hit and clears the bases. And with that, the Bears now up 10-0. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
That brings up Kenzie Andrews is up for the 3rd time. She was grounded out the first time up to second base and singled right to past the shortstop the second time up.
Pitch way high. And the steal, the delayed steal, will set up Andrews at third base.
Rickenberg.
I'm sorry, Rickenberg.
Andrews is up. Sorry.
Andrews is up. Good job. And when you don't get to do as many ball games, you kind of get rusty sitting up here.
Absolutely.
As well. Andrews on that delayed steal, but that's the second time we've seen that.
Oh, that was crouched.
Rickenberg hits this one deep, past the right fielder. That's going to the wall. She'll turn at second, head towards third, and will they hold her there? Yes, they will. Up, nice throw into third, and just like that, Rickenberg scores, and Andrews goes to third. And the Bears now up 11-0 here with still nobody out in the third inning.
Gorzalansk will be up. She's 0 for 1 walk and a fly out.
Dominguez throws this one and it bounces off the plate for ball 1. I tell you what, you want to know how tough it gets for these polar bears. They drew Toledo start for their first tournament game. So
and they're playing every day this week.
And they're playing every day this week past that. Okay, foul ball deep left field, but still in play down in the corner there. That'd have been at least a double if it had gone foul, but she got around on that just a little bit early and drove that down towards that fence in left field. So 1-1 the countdown. Still nobody out here at the bottom of the third. Bears with a runner on third base. And Gorzalansk Gorsa-Lancic, the batter. That one's high, ball 2. Dominguez really having some troubles finding that plate today.
Absolutely.
Lined up, pitch. That went down across the middle of the plate, but
Must
a little
have
bit
been
low, so ball 3-1 now. As Emily Gorsa-Lancic stands in, we got our cameraman standing next to our cameraman now. That was high, ball 4.
So a second walk for Emily tonight. That brings up Caitlin Antigo, who's 0 for 1. A walk, and she reached on an error.
4 runs already for the Bears here in the 3rd inning. With runners on the corners and nobody out. And a runner, Antigo, goes down to second. Will not throw through. Indifference there. It's the Polar Bears catcher really not likely to throw too many of them here this afternoon. That ball gets into the dirt and gets away from the catcher, and the runner from third will score. So Andrews scored. Gorsa-Lancic moves up to third, and the Bears now up 12-0 here. Still with nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Still got a runner on, too. Gorsa-Lancic's on third.
And Antigo would like to drive her in. This one way short. It just seems like it's getting out of her hand or something there.
It's like slipping off her hand.
Because some of these balls, if you can look at them, there's marks about 10, 12 feet in front of that batter's box where some of these balls have bounced. Like that one, a good 5 feet. And that'll be ball 4, and the runner will advance from third. So Antigo will walk. Gorsa-Lancic will score on the wild pitch. And the Bears now up 13-0. And there's still nobody out here at the bottom of the third.
It's up around Whitney Wheatro, who has singled twice.
There you go.
And she was just up last inning.
Bears have put at least 8 batters up in each one of these innings now. That one's high, ball 1. And I think we're going to see a pinch runner maybe, or?
She left early.
Ah, she left early. Gotcha. Okay. So we do have our first out of the inning, and this one driven into right center. Right fielder will come over and pick it off.
3 in a row for Wheatro.
So Wheatro singled every time she's been at the plate here today.
Allie Darrow's up now. She's 0 for 2. She flew out and ground out.
Bears with a 13-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. She will lay down a bunt. Dominguez picks it up, fields it, throws to first in time for out number 2. So Darrow grounds out. And that'll bring Spielman up to the plate.
Spielman 1 for 1. She doubled and walked. She doubled down that beautiful double right down the right field line her first time up.
2 out now for the Bears. This one fouled straight back. Runner at second base. Bears have scored 6 here in the bottom of the third. And Dominguez has been struggling all afternoon. This one again about 10 feet short of the plate. Sets up a 1-1 count here on Spielman. If indeed they can get Spielman on, Chris, it'll be the first inning that they've actually batted around as a team. Pop fly, shortstop, Holmes.
Nice catch.
Makes the catch, and that'll retire the Bears. So the Bears do send 9 batters to the plate.
Let's see what we got here. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 1 left on. So heading to the top of the 4th, Bears lead 13-0 on BMU.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Things are starting to settle down here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. After the fire, we had to rearrange everything. We brought in new offices for our staff. We reorganized our inventory to accommodate our new layout. Things are starting to feel a little more like home.
Morning, Jeff.
Maybe a little too comfortable. Bryan Ford Lincoln, great deals, great people, great experiences.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
And we're back here at the top of the fourth at field number 5 as the Polar Bears about ready to get things going. First pitch by Trista Savage to Amasia Faust is popped right back to Savage, and it'll be 1 pitch and 1 out. Trista has done a pretty good job here today. She has faced the minimum through 3 1/3 now. She has faced 10 batters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Vanya Holmes is low. It's ball 1. Tavania struck out the first time up against Savage. In fact, the first 3 batters in inning number 1 all struck out, and that one a fastball on the outside edge for strike 2, strike 1. 1-1 now on Savage, the shortstop, for Holmes, the shortstop that we've been talking about. That's what Savage is strike 2. So we started it all out with Faust to the pop fly to the pitcher. And now a 1-2 count to the shortstop, Holmes. And this one is strike 3 swinging. So Holmes has been up twice today against Savage, and she has struck out both times. Madison Krause now comes to the plate. Krause struck out the first time through. Second baseman here today for the Polar Bears. So nobody on base, and again, Chris, Trista has faced the bare minimum again.
Yep, absolutely.
To get the first out of the inning, and then a strikeout. And I'll tell you what, that ball on that outside corner is just absolutely nasty.
It is.
By the time the catcher really sets up and gets it, it's out of the strike zone, but boy, it does catch that outside corner on its way. Pitch right on that same spot again, and Savage is
she is
in a
nasty
right
pitcher.
No balls, 2 strikes as the Polar Bears trying to get something going here in the top of the 4th. Bears on top 13-0 here on BMU TV, and that is swing and a miss by Krause. And Savage strikes out 2 here in the 4th.
No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on.
Those are easy, aren't they?
Yep, they are. Go to the bottom of the 4th here. If all goes well, this should be the last time Bryan's batting.
We played 3.5 here on BMU TV.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Bottom of the fourth here as the Bears come back to bat, and the first pitch is fouled off here at the plate for Gracie Voigt.
Tell you what, we had a nice little show during innings. The left fielder and the center fielder came out a little umtown funkin'. That was good. At least they're having fun, you know what I mean?
Exactly. As you said, Chris, it's only a softball game. Yep. So these young ladies, I'm sure, enjoying playing a little softball on a pretty day here in Bryan, Ohio. That one's outside and high. Leaving the count up to 1-1. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get back a little earlier.
I know, she had some moves, man.
No doubt, man. I'll tell you what. I think between the two of you, I'd like to see a dance-off.
Yeah, I think so. She'd get me beat.
That one a little high. Well, maybe we got to get some of our other friends out there, man. We don't have Mr. Bryce with us today.
We don't,
I think
nope.
So. That'd been a fun dance-off.
Yes, it would have been.
Between KB and Miss Spencer. That one outside, so count goes to 3-1 now to Gracie Voigt.
By the way, she is 2 for 3 with a flyout, a double, and a single.
Voigt stands in, waiting for the pitch by Dominguez. And this one bounces in front of the plate. It'll be ball 4.
I'll bring up Trista Savage. She's 1 for 2. She walked. She got on the infield fly roll, and she singled.
Now, runner on first is Savage again, squares the bunt. And then pulls out of that and sets up to watch that first pitch go by as a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here. Voigt on first, Savage at the plate. Tristan, really good afternoon. She drives this one into left center field. Center fielder lets it get under her glove. It'll roll almost to the wall. Savage still running on second. Voigt will score. Savage will pull up at third with a triple.
I'm giving her a triple.
And I think that's probably a good call because the center fielder, Spencer, made a good play on it, but just got past her. Sharply hit by Savage there. And that ball rolled almost all the way to the fence here at field 5.
This is April Rickenberg. I think she's batting from the opposite side right now.
So Rickenberg drills one right back up past the pitcher's head, and she'll round first. Savage will score. Rickenberg with a single. That's her second hit of the afternoon. And the Bears now lead 15-0. As you said, Chris, this could very easily be their last opportunity at the plate here for this Monday afternoon. Ooh, strike right down the middle of the plate.
That was one of the better pitches she's thrown today.
Dominguez looks like maybe she's starting to work some of the rust off that pitching efforts of hers. She winds and throws. Ground ball to Holmes at short. She'll get the force at second. The throw over to first will not be in time. But that'll be the first out of the afternoon, and Holmes with a nice pickup and throw. And she was able to get Rickenberg at second. nice job here as the afternoon has gone on. Playing that shortstop spot. Pitch a little bit high.
Of course, Lancic, 0 for 1. She walked out, she flew out, and she walked again.
So Andrews down on first and Gorsa Lancic at the plate. That one high. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. Dominguez rolls this one into the plate.
Bears have scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 4 in the bottom of the second, 6 in the bottom of the third, and now 2 here in the bottom of the fourth.
That's how you total them to 15, and that's how you end up with a run rule on a pretty Monday afternoon. Again, a sharp one to home. She picks it up, throws the second, gets the force play, and again, a good job by the young shortstop there. As she takes it. And Caitlin Antigo now the batter for the Bears. If they get Antigo out here, this would be the quickest inning that the Bears have had all afternoon. They've had at least 8 batters to the plate in each of the first 3 innings, and the ball in the dirt gets away from the catcher.
Antigo has reached on an error and then walked twice.
Of course, Lancic will end up at second base, so Antigo with an opportunity here for an RBI with a base hit. The wind again picks up, coming straight in from center field. But I'll take this today, any day.
Yes, I will too.
Low into the dirt again. And the runner will be safe in third, so Gorsa Lancic, with her very aggressive style on the base pass, ends up over on third base here with 2 out here at the bottom of the fourth. Bears are very aggressive on that base path today, aren't they?
All the Bryan teams are.
Yeah. Speaking of that, looking on the other side as this pitch is wild and over the head of the catcher, and Gorsa Lancic will be able to score from third. But
that's a JV game over there.
Oh, is that the JV game over there?
Yes.
So it's Bears up on Hicksville 10-0. And looks like that one is in the bottom of the fourth right now for the Golden Bear Boys JV team.
I think it's JV that's playing there. I haven't heard any music or PA.
Yeah.
And then Tigo, a 4-pitch walk. This brings Weecher up again. 3 for 3, all 3 singles. She has gone twice, once to second base, once past first base, and once past short.
She's got to spread it around this afternoon, man, taking every opportunity she possibly could have. Eric Herman down in the truck here today for us, pushing all the buttons and twisting all the knobs.
And keeping score, too. He's a one-man show down there tonight.
I'll tell you what, and they said that boy's not talented, huh?
I know.
You know? I think they need to give him a raise. We'll get Joe on the phone right now. First pitch was low. It was ball 1. And second pitch kind of high and wide. Miranda Dominguez, the pitcher, and this one again low and in the dirt. And it's 3-0 now.
Last 7 pitches have been balls.
Probably getting a little tired right now.
103 pitches.
That's what I was thinking. She had to be over into that century mark by now. And that many pitches in just 4 innings will wear a guy out. That one just came loose. She was winding it up and it came out of her hand. And it bounced into the catcher, so that will be ball 4.
Now, I'm sure I've missed a couple of Trista's pitches, but I have her at 35 pitches.
Wow, I can believe that. Well, again, she has faced the minimum here this afternoon, as she's gone through 4 innings so far, and she has faced 12 batters. Pretty impressive. Shot right past the pitcher into center field. That's score 1. Wheatro will be held at second, and Antigo will score. So the Bears make it 17-0 right now.
First and second, 2 outs.
And Bailey Spielman comes to the plate. And again, just as we said, maybe this would be a quickest inning that Dominguez has.
She got 2 quick outs, but...
Yep. Now now we're in batter number 9 here again, and this was high and away, so ball 1 with runners at first and second and 2 out.
17 runs on 13 hits, 3 errors. Bryan's also left 5 on.
Wow. The line, the pitch, a little bit low and short. And we're sitting here with 2 balls and no strikes now with 2 out in the bottom half of the 4th. And the Bears with a very comfortable 17-0 lead here over the Polar Bears on a real pretty Monday afternoon. Pop fly coming right back our way. No, it will be in play, and the catcher makes a very nice play on that ball. So give Espernera Borowski,
easy for you to say,
a couple of thumbs up, sure, for a nice job behind that plate, as I thought that ball was coming back this far, where we're going to see it in the net. She hung in there, made the put out.
Yep, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. Heading to the top of the 5th inning, 17 zip. Back after this on BMU.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton. As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Starting the top of the 5th here, and Savage off to a great start with a 3-pitch strikeout of Brandon Dominguez.
Oh, we're gonna take the seniors all out at once.
Ah, that's what we're doing. Okay. We knew there was some shifting that was going to be made there at some point in time, because the umpire had gone over to the dugout there, and the idea was to move all the seniors out at the same time. So that's exactly what happened, as the Bears now go through a massive change.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get some numbers. So
So Savage's day will be done.
Yeah,
she will have faced the absolute minimum she could face. She went 4 1/3 here, or 4 1/3.
All right, Kelly Miller is going to be your catcher.
Okay.
And your pitcher is going to be Kayla Altaffer.
There you go. We're getting some help on the other side.
And then until they spread themselves out, I'm not sure we're going to get. Weetro will stay at third. There'll be a sub at short because Rickenberg's a senior. I don't have a number.
Who's our new shortstop?
Kelsey Terrell.
Kelsey Terrell will be the shortstop.
All right.
Okay.
Right field is Hannah Maxey.
Hannah Maxey will be a right fielder. That's where I was going with that one. And
okay. Okay.
Who's left field?
Maggie Boyton in left field. All right.
All right.
That's what we like, man.
Thanks for the help up here, ladies.
Very intelligent people up here with us to keep us on the straight and narrow here.
The only one I didn't get was who the second baseman is.
First pitch is a swing and a miss, so Altaffer comes in looks at every bit as effective now as what Savage has been. She throws one pitch and it's strike one. Second pitch a little bit low and inside. I'll tell you what, a whole lot of motion on this young lady, isn't there, huh?
Yes, there is.
Not a lot of wasted motion when Trista comes in and pitches, and that's probably would be a big change for a batter to have gone through a couple of at-bats against her, and then you got this one coming in who's got everything moving in different directions. That's strike two. Now Taffer has come in to throw 3 pitches, 2 of them strikes. Ball 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the 5th inning, what could be the last here. Unless there's a major rally here by the Polar Bears. 2-2.
The only one I didn't catch was the second baseman. So
we'll ask that in the break here. Swing and a miss, strike 3 there by Redmond. So the Bears continue their dominance here as they have faced again the minimum.
The second baseman is going to be number 10, Kelsey Terrell.
Okay.
There you go.
So 2 out now as Jasmine Butler will come to the plate. And she'll look at strike 1.
Let's reset the infield. Antigo at first, Terrell at second. Weetro is still at third. Forgot who the shortstop was.
Ball 1-1 now. Two out here, top of the 5th. Bears with a very commanding lead at 17-0 as this was fouled off by Butler. Butler down the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. She's got a real open grip on that bat right now. There's a good 6 inches between her bottom hand and the top hand here. Interesting position as she grounds it right back to the pitcher. Altaffer fields her position well, throws it over to first, and that'll do it as the Bears will run rule the Polar Bears here this afternoon on BMU TV. 17-0 here on Senior Day, and I'll tell you, what a ball game, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. They started out with the first inning with 3 runs, 4 in the second, 6 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and basically only gave up 1 hit to Woodward the entire game. So why don't we take a break, and I'll come back with some final stats after this on BMU.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
right, back out at BMU. It was a 17-0 run rule game here on BMU. Chris Malenga and Jim Funderburg. Let's take a look first for the Woodward team. Not really anything to talk about. Basically, they had one person who hit a hit. It was Candace Spencer, a single. She was 1 for 1. Faust was 0 for 2. Holmes 0 for 2. Kraus 0 for 2. Dominguez 0 for 2. Redmond 0 for 2. Butler 0 for 2. Rice 0 for 1. Barnowski 0 for 1. And again, Spencer 1 for 1, just with the single. And then pitching, Dominguez threw 108 pitches, 70 balls, 38 strikes. She gave up 17 runs. 14 of those were earned, so that made her ERA 24.5. She had 13 hits, 10 walks, not a single strikeout on the night, and that was all she wrote for Woodward. Now, Bryan, we're going to take a little bit more look at. Gracie Voigt was 2 for 3. She had a single and a double, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Trista Savage was 2 for 3. She had a single, a triple, an RBI, and a walk, and a stolen base. Rickenberg was 2 for 3. She had a single, a double, 3 RBIs, a walk, and a stolen base. Kenzie Andrews was 2 for 4. She had a single, a triple, 2 RBIs. Emily Gorzalancic was 0 for 2. She had an RBI. She scored 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 stolen bases. Antigo was 0 for 4. Oh, excuse me, 0 for 1. She had an RBI, 3 walks. Whitney Wetro was 3 for 3. She had 3 singles, 2 RBIs, a walk. Allie Darrow was 1 for 4. She had a single, an RBI. Bailey Spielman was 1 for 3. She had a double, and she had a walk. She had 2 stolen bases. And then that was all she wrote as far as the at-bats for Bryan. Trista Savage went 4 1/3 innings. She had 38 pitches, 5 balls, 33 strikes. She gave up no runs. She gave up 1 hit, 8 strikeouts, 7 swinging, 1 called, walked nobody. And then Kayla Altaffer came in for the final 2 batters. She only threw 9 pitches. She struck out 1 swinging. And that's all she wrote for the Golden Bears and Woodward. Woodward had no runs on 1 hit, 3 errors. They left none aboard. Bryan, 17 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 7 left on base.
Well,
time of the game, 1 hour and 17 minutes.
Coach Whitney Carmody for the Woodward the softball team this afternoon. It got started off kind of slow for them. They had a tough way getting over here today. They had to wait for kids and then wait for buses, and then they finally showed up kind of late. Hadn't played since Monday, so that I think everybody was a little bit disjointed a little bit as they hit the field here at Field 5 this afternoon. For the Bears, they came out smoking. They didn't miss a beat. Nope. And anytime you can throw a pitcher like Trista Savage out on that hill, you've got a shot to play against almost anybody, because she just came in, was perfect, started out the game, struck out the first 3 in the first inning. Second inning, she had 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The third inning, she had actually allowed that single, and then a fly out, and then a double play to wipe out everybody in inning number 3. So, basically she pitched 3 1/4 or 4 1/4 innings, 4 1/3 innings, because in inning number 4 she again set them up 1, 2, 3, and then got the first out in inning number 5. So she pitched 4 1/4 this afternoon, and was just absolutely dominant again. Here's our big Chet Dangler sitting down there with his sign waving to us right now on the softball field. Again, the Bears will have a bye in the tournament. They'll play tomorrow, though, in a big game with Liberty Center.
If they win that game, they tie with Archbold for the league.
And that's an Archbold team that is awful tough, man. They really are. So for the Bears maybe to be able to tie for the NWAL and then get into the tournament and maybe be able to make some noise here after they get that done. But again, this area, baseball and softball, both sides, very, very tough to advance out of Northwest Ohio.
Yeah, and we do want to congratulate the seniors once again here on senior night. Trista Savage, Emily Gorzalancic, Kayla Andrews, April Rickenberg, Bailey Spielman, and Allie Darrow. So all of those seniors, a great job all these 4 years, and we will miss you.
No doubt about that. A big thank you to our sponsors today, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Jason Deeds Collision and Repair, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Krill Funeral Home, Home, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull, and Bryan Municipal Utilities, man, the home to high-speed internet, and Eric Herman and the Charettes, basically.
Yeah, no, actually it was Sam and Aaron Gilbert and Eric. Just one Charette tonight.
Just one Charette today, yeah, only Sam, no Char. The leader of the group was not here today, but Aaron Gilbert out in center field with the center field camera. That'll do it for us here this afternoon. The Bears with a very impressive Monday afternoon win over Toledo Woodward's Polar Bears, 17-0. For Chris Malinga and all of our crew, thanks for joining us here tonight. Have a great rest of the week, everybody.